Alcatraz Island received its name in 1775 when Spanish explorer Juan Manuel de Ayala charted the San Francisco Bay and named the tiny speck of land La Isla de los Alcatrazes, which translated to Island of the Pelicans. The small, uninhabited island had little to offer, with its swift currents, minimal vegetation, and barren ground. 72 years later, in 1847, the U.S. Army took notice of what would be nicknamed the Rock, due to its strategic value as a military fortification. By 1853, U.S. Army engineers had started constructing a military fortress on the island, along with the Pacific Coast's first operating lighthouse. After several years, Alcatraz was established as the United States' western symbol of military strength. Because of its natural isolation, surrounded by freezing waters and hazardous currents, Alcatraz would soon be considered by the U.S. Army as an ideal location for holding captives. Alcatraz was the Army's first long-term prison. In 1861, the island began receiving Civil War prisoners, and in 1898, the Spanish-American War would bring the prison population from 26 to over 450. Due to rising operational costs, the military decided to close the prison in 1934, and ownership shifted to the Department of Justice. Coincidentally, the Great Depression became the root of a severe crime surge during the late 20s and 30s, which ushered in a new era of organized crime. A public cry to take back America's heartland gave birth to a unique detention facility, so forbidding that it would eventually be nicknamed Uncle Sam's Devil Island. Alcatraz was the ideal solution to America's problem. It could serve the dual purpose of incarcerating public enemies while standing as a visible icon, a warning to this new and ruthless band of criminal. Some of America's most feared criminals were housed there, including Al Capone, George Machine Gun Kelly, and Robert Birdman Stroud. Because it was 3 times more expensive to operate than other prisons, as well as the saltwater erosion of the buildings, Alcatraz Penitentiary was closed in 1963 by decision of Attorney General Robert F. Kennedy. The United States Penitentiary in Marion, Illinois served as a replacement for Alcatraz. In 1986, the entire Alcatraz Island was declared a National Historic Landmark.